talk about like the big Marvel movie that came out, Ant-Man. Last year it was Guardians of the Galaxy. This year Ant-Man's the big movie. Have you guys seen it yet?
Yes.
Have you all seen it? Yeah. All right.
Okay. I'm just out of curiosity. Those of you who saw it, how many of you actually liked the movie?
It was good. Right?
No, it was good. It was good. Absolutely.
Hey everyone, we're here with Kaylee, and this is actually day 3. And Kaylee, first off, why don't you tell the viewers what you're doing here at Tampa Bay Comic Con?
So at Tampa Bay Comic Con, we have a lot of exhibitors. We have comic book artists, creators, celebrities, all kinds of stuff. It's fun for all ages. Kids under 12 are always free. We have a kids room. It's a really good time.
And it seems like you're working the media booth right now, so people can come here and get their media passes and everything. So how's that been going for the past 3 days?
It's been good. Yeah, we've got a lot of press coverage. We were on 8 news affiliate TV channels yesterday, so that was really good. And then we were on a few more this morning. Yeah, so I think it's been going well.
Now, we've actually been here for the past, I believe it's 3 years now. This is the 3rd year since 2013. And one of the newest things that I actually pointed out to my mom before we came is there's a new app for iPhones and Androids that can actually help people out trying to figure out schedules, and they'll update regularly if things change around. So do you mind telling us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so our panelist coordinator created the app. It's basically everything that you'd find in our program, but in the app form. That way it's easier to access. You can click on the celebrity schedules and see all of their lineups. You can go through the different panels. It also updates when a panel gets canceled or changed or switched to a different room. So it's really convenient and easy for our attendees to use. Yeah, our attendance has increased rapidly. In 2013, we had 22,000 attendees over the course of the weekend. Then the next year we went up to 44,000, and this year we're expected to be at 50,000. So it's continually going up and up and up. And then with the extra profits from all those attendees, we just try to get bigger and bigger media guests. All of our information is available on our website. It's tampabaycomiccon.com.
Hey everyone, we are here with Jace. Why don't you tell us what just happened behind us less than a few minutes ago?
We just had our panel for a live recording, I should say, of our podcast, That Game Show, which can be found on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, a bunch of other like media websites as well, where we pretty much just like talk about video games, talk about comics sometimes, anything like nerdy related, like we'll talk about it, and we try to be funny in the process. Keyword being try.
Now, I heard a little thing in the beginning, I think it was like pre-recording right beforehand, that you actually were here last year, was that correct?
Yes, we were here last year for our YouTube channel, That New Show, which is where you can get like a video recording of That Game Show as well. You can see there's like a little bit of like I have like a nice little theme where it's like that blank show. But we did That New Show last year. We talked about like, being creative in YouTube, talking about video games as well. It was just like a nice general discussion. So yeah, we were here last year. We loved it. We were so happy that Tampa Bay Comic Con asked us to come back, and so we came back better than ever. More people. We had brought in the same people from last year came in this year. We had more panelists that came. So overall, it was just a fun experience, and I definitely loved coming here. Growing a fan base is definitely tough, but I feel like a lot of people always have like the fear of like, what if I do this? It's it's not gonna be succeed. Like, let's all remember that at one point, like PewDiePie, who's like he's like the big head honcho, like everybody like wants to be like that big. He started off with one person. Granted, I'm not that big either. I think I'm at like 88 subscribers right now, but you know what? It's 88 people that I don't know. And I feel like with anything, I'll always emphasize this. If you want to create something, like, do it. Unless it's like, massacring a bunch of bunnies and like doing something with their blood. No, don't do that. But if it's like, if you want to become a musician, write music. Like, have a creative output. I feel like that's what people need, is like some way to be creative and not just like live behind fear. Like, don't let fear hold you back. I could say that, like Shia LaBeouf said that as well, but except not in your face and yelling at you. I will kick and scream to get back here next year. You can find me on find the YouTube channel's Facebook page, facebook.com/thatnewshow. You can also find us on YouTube, youtube.com/thatnewshow, because That New Show was taken. So it's like, let's add another show to it. You can find me on Twitter @ChaseBunker. You can also follow our gaming podcast on Twitter @that_game_show. That Game Show was taken by one guy who hasn't tweeted since 2012. I can't win the social media war.
Hey everyone, we are here with Scott from Vism Studios. And we actually have talked before, and actually have seen each other before, but you told me that your film is actually going to be showing in room 24, which is right to our left. So why don't you tell us about that?
Yes, last time we talked here, we were in development and in production as we speak on this latest film. This latest film has wrapped up, and we've actually had quite a few film festivals, so we can't make it open to the general public, but we can show a sneak peek of it here exclusively at Tampa Bay Comic Con. So we're really excited to debut it and hopefully get a good response. So yeah, over in room 24 you can check it out. We'll also be talking about some other stuff Vism Studios are working on. Also in there, our whole thing is going to be talking about how to make a movie, how to put an independent indie film together, a short film for all those out there film enthusiasts.
May I just say that rain outside is loud.
Yes, it is.
Dang.
Very loud.
But that's not going to stop the Comic-Con.
Nope, not at all.
So now, also you mentioned PopCon in earlier conversations. So do you mind telling us about that?
Yes, Florida PopCon is going to be a new convention coming to Orlando, Florida, April 29th through May 1st. It's a one of a kind. It has so many different elements that you typically wouldn't find at a typical Comic-Con. We're actually bringing pop culture from yesterday to today and showcasing them. Actually, that's also why I'm here, because there's quite a few different people here that I actually have meetings with that are media guest-wise that are most likely going to be here at PopCon.
So now, where can the viewers go to learn more information about PopCon and, of course, other works you have?
Of course. Well, they can check out all our other works that we're working on with the film side of it, and listen also to our radio shows at vismstudios.com. You can also follow PopCon and get all the information on there at floridapopcon.com. Both of those sites have our Facebook page and our Twitter page and Instagram and all the fun little social media stuff. You can find them on there, and of course, like them on both pages.
All right, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
Hope to see you again in the future.
Likewise.
And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
And anytime she wants, Tampa Bay Comic Con brings to you the fantabulous Linda! Hamilton!
In the first movie, were you scared when you saw the Terminator?
No, but I was super impressed, right? I really thought he looked great, but you know what? I had bad dreams about the Terminator for about a year afterwards. I did. I think I was a younger actress and didn't quite know how to act out all that stuff, the loss, the fear. I mean, this is a character who loses her roommate, her mother, her lover, you know, and that boss. I mean, the scene where they're putting me into the ambulance. Well, for some reason, he strapped me to a gurney and then left me alone for like 3 hours while they would shot something else. I don't quite know how that happened, but I sat on that gurney and wept for about 3 hours, just like release, not and I'm like, why did they come for me? It was just, I mean, you bring up so much loss and grief, and unless you're a seasoned actress, you don't really know how to protect yourself from that. So somewhere, my psyche felt that I had lost a lot of people. And I remember dreaming that the Terminator was at my parents' house, coming for me, that it was out the window. I mean, you know, for the longest time, I really felt like a lot of loss and grief. But I'm better now. I can, you know, I can do that kind of work and then go outside and laugh and make everybody else laugh and then go back in and cry. You know, I know how to do it.
Sarah Connor is some kind of badass. So I was wondering if you can still do pull-ups like this.
I'm saying yes. Not at all.
Some 3D gimmick in the older 3D movies. Now it's very immersive, the new 3D. The old days it was like, you know, look here, pen.
It was my first movie, so I had to break myself of some bad habits because I'd be like, hi. How are you?
That was your first movie?
Yeah, it didn't really work out for the second
No, I would say it worked out. Yeah. That's pretty...
I knew I was in for a wild ride.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Well, of course, Back to the Future, we're looking at the, what is it, 30 year
30th
anniversary.
year.
And
It's so okay to turn 30 again. It's
right,
just
to turn
right.
30,
Yeah.
of course.
I'm not embarrassed at all.
And it just seemed like people were waiting for 2015.
Yeah.
Just based on Back to the Future alone to see. Like, we wanted to compare.
Still no damn hoverboards.
No hoverboard. No flying cars.
There are hoverboards, you just don't believe enough when you're on them.
Maybe you're just trying it over water.
Yeah.
And of course, over water, you need power.
So, but he got a couple things right. But you know.
He actually did get a couple of things right. 3D, you know, the Jaws marquee coming out, something like that in 3D. But the thing I find most incredible is everybody involved with the movie looks so much better in real life than they made them up to look in 2015.
Yeah.
Everyone looked awful.
Well, you know, and it was really funny because they would make such jokes. They'd be like, "Oh, you're so old. You're 47. Look how old and horrible you look." And I was like, "Oh, really? Aren't you like 46? Calm down." But yeah, the makeup is always hard, and no one will ever get it perfectly right. But I've seen the movie on a big screen, and there's really only one really bad shot of the makeup.
Is there? Which
well, I just saw it at the Hollywood Bowl in California with the orchestra playing. They're doing that all the time.
That's amazing, yeah.
They pulled the music out, and they wrote new cues because the first 20 minutes of Back to the Future has no orchestra in it. And so they wrote new cues, and I got a few of them, which really helped my performance. I'm really happy to say. But it's Strickland. You can see Strickland's neck really bad.
Oh, yeah.
And this real close-up of him and Marty in the
it was flaky.
Yeah, it was all like...
It was a little flaky.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Welcome our very own Freema Atchaman. Oh yeah, you gotta take a picture. There we go. I'm doing that as well. Now, Doctor Who. Fantastic show, isn't it?
It's a good show.
Yeah.
I think it's alright.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Now, were you a Doctor Who fan before you were casted?
Well, it's funny because when I got the job, I was really nervous about telling the producers that I hadn't watched it for years and years and years because I thought, I don't know what I was expecting. I knew there was going to be a test to like, how much do you know before you can play the part, but I was just a little bit like, because I knew David is a massive Whovian and Russell T Davis, they know everything about everything. But no, when I was growing up, it was in its hiatus. So yeah, when I was watching TV, Sylvester McCoy was the doctor, so I'm associating him as being my doctor. And then it was off the air, so I never watched it much as a child.
Now, I did a little research, and you have some experience in martial arts.
Yeah. Yeah, I did it for a while as a child, and we were almost getting to competition stage, me and my sister, and then the club where we went moved. They just moved location. They moved somewhere that was like 45 minutes away from where we lived, and my mum at the time couldn't then continue taking us because of the travelling involved and that. So had they not, we probably would be competing.
Oh my
we were on that track, but then I might not be sitting here because I wouldn't have gone down the acting path. Probably I would become a fighter.
It would be a martial arts convention.
Well, apologies to anyone who's heard the story before, but I didn't know that I was auditioning for Doctor Who. When I was auditioning for Doctor Who, I thought it was for Torchwood. Yeah, because I appeared in Billy and David's year first as Martha's cousin. And so when I was auditioning for that, there was rumblings that there was going to be a new companion casting happening, but no one really knew for sure. You know, it's always when you're in the role, there's always talk about when are you going to leave it. That's when you're a doctor. So there's always like, you know, people saying, oh, Billy might be leaving soon. And so anyway, we weren't really paying any attention. But But my agent's got this call saying there's going to be this spin-off show called Torchwood, and would I, after I finish my little guest appearance in season 2 of Doctor Who, would I like to audition for a regular in Torchwood? So I was like, yeah, that sounds amazing. And they said they didn't have any script available for it, so they gave me episode 1, season 1 called Rose. So that was the script I had to audition for. Nothing to it. I was like, oh, okay. So I had to do these scenes, and then I had a second audition with the casting director, and then my agent got a call saying, actually, it's been to audition for the new companion the whole time. We couldn't say anything because everything was surrounding that show is so top secret.
Really?
It's unbelievable. Just, it's such a huge enterprise.
Oh, yeah.
Show. Do you know what I mean? It's a big deal.
I watched David Tennant do the Proclaimers video with all the Doctor Who cast. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was really awesome. So you'd have one of those moments every other week, really. You'd be like, oh my god, I'm standing in the TARDIS. Oh my god, there's a Dalek rolling past me, wishing me good morning.
It's like, good morning.
No, you talk to the guys in between the little grills and the holes, the guys that were in there for hours, day in, day out, just talking about their weekend, rolling around the room. So there was so many surreal moments. I suppose I really liked my very first day. They actually broke me in quite gently. I had a very easy first day, no dialogue. It was just to be present and kind of get to know the crew, and it was the Smith and Jones episode where the slabs are chasing us. And, and there was the bit where we were walking following Mr. Stoker.
Yep.
All the sort of connecting parts of that episode we shot all in one day just so I would just be there meeting people. So I remember that because everyone was just so nice and so welcoming and so friendly, and I just felt it was going to be a fun experience. And then I really liked the day when all of the companions, everyone was together on the TARDIS. That was shot.
That was perfect.
That was such a nice, because we'd never all been in the same place at the same time, despite the crossovers. So it was just nice to get to know other people in the Who family.
But you know, when people ask me if I knew it was going to be that big of a hit, I now say yes. I did know. In fact, I thought it was going to be a bigger hit, and I'm disappointed. But they had booked us on this publicity tour that was unnecessary, right? And actually, the term blockbuster came from Star Wars because the blocks, and then you stop at the street, and the blocks started again. I actually drove by the theater one day, because it was the second movie I ever did. And, but I've been around show business a lot. It's like, it gets under your leg. And I drove by the theater, and I think I yelled, "I'm in that!" Which is ironic. I just remember one time Harrison and Mark were in one of those things that, you know, they're in a cage and the cage turns around. And Harrison now, by the way, is 35, so what's his excuse, okay? I was 20, so I had an excuse. I'd recently been a teenager, but not anyway. So I remember looking up and seeing Harrison upside down in a suit with his tie dangling in midair, and that made me really happy. Oh, and the other thing was, Harrison had studied philosophy or something pretentious when he was in college. claimed anyway. So he would like quote Nietzsche when he was promoting the film. Can you believe that? So I literally, and please don't tell anyone this, I got tutored in philosophy to up my game in the talk show arena. Pathetic. We were all pathetic. But in a good way.
And that is it for Tampa Bay Comic Con 2015. Like last time, music is playing in the background, which is pretty awesome. But I had a great time from the past week, and we saw a lot of cosplayers. We actually entered in a few panels. We didn't do so last year, but it was amazing. I can't wait till next year, and I will see you next time.